make sure for sure, make sure for sure, make sure for sure. Oh, make sure for sure. What's up, everyone? Mr. CXmas here, and on episode 8, we're going to talk about why you should do a 24-hour stream. Wow, so you really clicked this link to do a 24-hour stream? Are you like crazy, bonkers, nuts, going to the nut house? Like, what's happening? Of course you're crazy. I am too. I've done 6 to 7 24-hour streams in my career with Twitch so far, and there's going to be many more that I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure you understand the ins and outs and how to be thoroughly prepared for the stream, so that way you just don't wear yourself out. Guys, during the prep stage here, you actually want to work towards getting plenty of sleep. You want to make sure that you're working with your body's rhythm to get it in a way so when you wake up after a great night's rest, you're ready to begin that 24-hour stream shortly thereafter. From there, you got to get yourself plenty of food, guys. We're talking about food, we're talking about caffeine, we're talking about fruit. I like to keep on hand the pre-made Starbucks bottles. They just work best for me. The iced coffee is phenomenal. I like to keep some goldfish, some peanuts, and usually some sort of like fruit or yogurt, something to mix it up. From there in the prep phase, you're going to decide on what you're going to play. Now, are you going to do one game throughout the full 24 hours? Are you going to break it up into 4 games over 6 hours? What are you going to do? You want to have a plan in place because it works out easier, it keeps you on the structure, and when you're feeling the tiredest, you're going to know what you're doing next, and it's going to actually bring a little bit more hype into your channel as for what you're going after. You actually got to advertise it. Now, don't go tomorrow and be like, I'm going to do a 24-hour stream, boom, here it is, and expect people to be there for you. You need people there with you. You need people to talk to be able to make it through this whole 24 hours. So get a banner made, talk about it on Discord, talk about it during your Twitch streams well ahead of time, and get it on Twitter, talk about it to everybody. You need to make this into a really big deal. You're going to be live for 24 hours. Like, this is bonkers. Like, you're literally going to be in front of a screen more than the weatherman is on the Weather Channel during hurricane season. Like, it's that big of a deal, and you need to let people know that it is that big of a deal to you. Last part of the prep phase is actually working closely with a few members of your community. You want people there with you to chat throughout the night. Find out people that are willing to stay with you during different blocks so you always have somebody to talk to. This will not only help for when new members come in, they still see an active chat, but actually just get them on Discord, have a voice chat with them. Even if they're not playing the game with you, just have that in the moment person there to talk with. It'll keep things more entertaining, but the bigger deal is it's going to keep you awake. And guess what? You're not going to complete a 24-hour stream falling asleep with people. It's just not going to happen. All right, next big part we're going to talk about is your break schedule. Now, right off the bat, I recommend at least every 3-hour increments. When you take that first break, it is extremely important. Encourage your community to do the same. They may have actually been there with you from the start. In fact, it's pretty likely they're still with you at this point in the 24 hours. They haven't went to bed. They're still watching you. They're enjoying you. Encourage them to get up, go get a refill of drink, do a little bit of minor exercise here, go take a quick restroom break. I know, again, some of this sounds like the most obvious things in the world, but if you don't do it and you sit in this chair for 24 hours, you are just going to wear your body out. Even though your body's not doing anything, it's still going to hurt you, and it's going to cause you back issues and leg problems, and you can prevent all of that. All right, so now we've made it to the 6-hour mark in the stream. This is when you need to take a little bit of a longer break, kind of like a lunch break. I wouldn't be gone a full 30, 45 minutes, nothing like that. That's way too long. But take maybe a 20-minute break. Go get you something that you can eat that is filling, but not going to knock you out into a food coma, right? Like, don't go get a stack of pancakes with a whole bunch of syrup. You're going to be sleepy and groggy, and you're not going to survive. Again, this is another time, because this is part of 3-hour increments, to go exercise. Guys, anytime I do these, I go take the dog for a walk around the house for just a quick minute. Gets the blood flowing, gets everything going for you, and just works into your advantage of what you're trying to do here, and that is complete this marathon. This is not a sprint, guys. You got to keep this top of mind here. You got to keep the exercise going, keep the blood flow going as best as you can. And maybe this is the part in the stream where you're going to finally change up to another game. As long as you advertise it ahead of time, this is good. Most of your community members are going to enjoy this part of the stream here, to where you're changing up, you're doing something differently. And in fact, where you may have started dropping off in viewers, you may creep right back up because you're changing to a different game, preferably even a different type of genre as well, so that way it keeps things interesting. 12 hours in. Whew! We have hit the milestone here, guys. Now, this is the part where people are really worn out. If you haven't yet, you definitely are dipping into your caffeine at this point here. And also, you need to change games. This is a really big deal. It's going to change the content again that you're going after, what you're trying to perform and do. Give you something fresh for your mind to think over as well. Preferably change genre of games too. This is, again, a very big deal because you want to keep things working up here as much as your body. The less you have going on, it's the same thing over and over. The more you're thinking, the more awake you're going to stay. You're also going to do something a little crazy here. You're going to go take a shower. You're going to go brush your teeth. You're going to go put on a new pair of clothes. You're going to do all of this in this span. Now, probably take about 30 minutes here. You need the time to be able to take just a moment just to have a breather to yourself. Do not, for the love of God, go sit down on your couch or lay down on your bed for a second. Don't do it. You won't make it. You won't wake back up. The stream's over, and all people are going to see is a BRB screen for the next 12 hours and wonder what in the French toast happened to you. It's not a wise decision, but just trust me. I know it sounds crazy, but you're going to sweat in this chair and stuff. Doing the shower just gets you back that energy that you didn't know that you had, that you really dug deep for, that the caffeine can't give to you, right? From there, it's time to dip into that caffeine. If you haven't yet, you definitely need to. That bottle needs to be halfway empty. You need to be working towards it. And also, again, still stick with your leg exercises, right? Make sure you're doing something around, just moving around a little bit more than what you would have. It's going to be a lot during this 30-minute time span, but again, it's your way to really hit reset on that switch to give your viewers that fresh you, so that way at the 12-hour mark, you're not a zombie. From there, with taking breaks, it's just repeating the intervals. Nothing crazy. Don't change anything. The science works, all right? 4 out of 5 dentists recommend it. 9 out of 10 movie stars recommend it. You know there's always that one person that doesn't recommend it, but you get what I'm saying. It works. Just trust me on it. I've done enough of these to see it happen before and to also fail at it to where I didn't complete this 24 hours and I barely made it to 16. That's a little embarrassing when you promise your team that you're going to be here and what they're expecting, and them changing their schedule to be a part of this 24-hour stream. You just don't want to fail. So just remember, keep up with the intervals, follow the steps, and you got this. There's nothing else crazy to do from that point. Step 3 here is setting goals for yourself during the stream. Now, these are goals you're going to make public to everyone, right? They can be around bits, subs, maybe tips that you're working towards for a new piece of streaming gear, something out there. But make it a really big deal. Make it a specific goal. Make sure you have it on stream of what you're measuring that goal to be. Because I guarantee you nothing will hype you up more when you need it the most than that goal getting hit. And your community loves helping you hit goals. This is a big deal for them as much as it is for you. Yes, you may be getting money for this, and you may be getting that new piece of streaming gear that you've just been waiting and dying for. But to them, they helped you get that. This is them giving you a gift. And the person that receives the gift, it's just as big of a deal as the person giving the gift. It makes a big difference between your community and what you're going after. And I guarantee you this can be hyped up to the extreme. And you never know. Like I said, it can kick in gear whenever you need it the most, when you're just now getting that just super sleepiness coming over you and you're just ready to give up and give in, and boom, somebody comes in with that big old tip or some big biddies out of nowhere for you, or some gifted subs, and it just changes the whole outlook of this 24-hour stream for you. Have goals. You should have goals in all your streams, but in 24-hour stream, it's a requirement. You've got to do this for you and your community. Fourth and final piece here is the ending. Now, you should have a countdown for when the ending is coming. People need to know when it's over with. Yes, it's obvious if you start at 9 p.m., you're going to end at 9 p.m. the next day, but still have it because people are going to join you throughout different parts of this journey of this 24-hour stream. So make sure you have a countdown. Fourth and final piece is the ending. Guys, make sure you have a countdown going. People need to know when it's coming up. And yes, it may be obvious when you start at 9 p.m., you're going to end at 9 p.m., but people are going to join you throughout this journey at different phases of it. And this is going to be a big deal to them as it is to you, and they may want to come back towards the end. Let them know. Have that countdown timer going. It's very easy to add one of those in, but it makes a big difference for you. Also, on top of that, have some sort of grand finale. Have something to finish up the game with, whether it be in Minecraft, you blowing something up, or maybe in an action-adventure game, you're going to go take on that final big boss. Just have something to end the stream with as a really big deal. And then lastly, don't forget to thank everyone that joined you, whether they were there talking to you in Discord or in chat, or they gifted subs, biddies, tips, whatever it is. Make sure and give thanks to all those that helped make this possible. This is really you giving back to them with as much as they've given to you, and it's a really big deal. So just remember that. Celebrate it. Make this into something that is momentous for them. because it really, really could be for you and really could be a changing moment in your career within Twitch and how you're doing things. Guys, make sure and comment below if you've ever completed a 24-hour stream, what your thoughts are, how did you prep for it. Just let me know everything that you think about 24-hour streams. Also, I stream 3 to 4 times per week on Twitch. Link will be in the description below. And as always, I want to be the guy that gets you to stream better than you did yesterday. This is Mr. CXman signing out. Take care and goodbye.